All right, what's going on, everybody? We are back with another video here on the Enebo Racing channel. Tonight, we're gonna start a little project here. Got the turbocharger all installed, and as you can see, I have the front clip hanging on the front bumper. It's not mounted because I really got to finish up adjusting the intercooler. We kind of rushed getting it all together just because I really wanted to hear it run. So intercooler is sitting a little high right now, so I am going to lower the brackets and drop the intercooler down about an inch. It'll give it more airflow underneath as well. And so let me show you what we got so far. I've already started cutting it up pretty good, and I'm gonna save you guys a little bit of cutting if you watch this video before doing this, because it should show you where to cut and where you shouldn't have to cut. So like I said, we got this loosely mounted up here. As you can see the intercooler peeking back here, and I honestly don't know how much of this you should actually have to cut. But like I said, with it mounted in the position, I was really just trying to make it fit and ended up just cutting. Really realized it wasn't gonna fit, so I stopped. And now that I have everything kind of mocked up here, I can see what I need to do. So let's pull this off here. And so now you can see where this is mounted, and underneath, let me see here. All right, so underneath you can see that, you know, there's not much intercooler showing, and it's definitely clear of hitting the ground by any means. And so what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna try and make the intercooler flush with the core support down here. That will, you know, bring down, give it some more airflow through that bottom mouth there. I may even cut some holes in the bumper there if I need to, but for now I think that will do it, and it should bring it down enough to make it clear this little section of the bumper. So I'm gonna try and get the top of the intercooler below this line here, and that would at least allow you to put the bumper on without having to cut any of that. I think I just went about that the wrong way, and so we're gonna try and just lower this bracket on each side. We're gonna drop that down, and I think we should be all right. And as you can see, this intercooler pipe is aimed up quite a bit, like the U just goes down. And so I think by lowering it, it's just going to rotate it and actually bring the intercooler pipe away from the crank pulley, because it is really close down there. So really hoping to just improve the overall fitment here. And I think it's gonna start with lowering the bracket down a little bit. All right, so I got the car jacked up. I got the intercooler held in place with jack stands, and you know, it fits. I'm just gonna end up needing to get longer brackets by about, I don't know, an inch and a half. If these were a little bit longer, I could just drill a hole and use that, but can't do that, and so we're just going to need to get a little bit longer brackets. I ended up trimming a little bit here. I'm gonna sand all this down and just put a coat of paint on it. So we got a big old open mouth. Intercooler is gonna be sitting pretty. I think this is good. And you know, for now, we just gotta plan on getting a little longer brackets. No biggie. All right, we are back here today, getting back into this intercooler project. I've got a lot better idea of what needs to happen now that I have this pipe back that's shortened. And so let me show you what we got going on and how we're gonna mount this up. So what we're gonna do is I've got longer flat stock here, and we're just gonna bend it over the jack. This is a nice steel construction. We're gonna put a nice bend in it right here, and that way it'll be an L bracket. The L bracket will then stick to the intercooler like that, and then give us plenty of options going north here. And then I think we'll end up either using this hole or just drilling a hole through it to mount it up. But yeah, it is nice to see all the intercooler and all the turbo parts back on it, so it'll fire up how it is. We just need to get the intercooler solid mounted, tighten up all of the little rubber couplers, make sure it's clearing everything, and then we'll get this bumper back on, no problem. It's looking pretty good. Just gotta make these brackets, get them mounted up here so I know where I'm working, and yeah, we'll get this here squared up, squared away. Nice. You know, that'll work. actually not bad. Not bad at all. Let's get a little lube on it. That should help. Is that bolt gonna fit? Nope, not quite. Open it up. We'll open this up just a little bit more. Here, gonna lay into it a little bit. All right, so we got this bracket all mounted up here, nice and solid. Actually, it's looking good. The pipe clears here. The pipe clears up here with some movement. Down here, we can get fitment maybe a little bit better, but it'll just take mounting up this last bracket here. So we are, in fact, gonna drill it here pretty low. Try and keep the bracket lower, only because the front bumper mounting brackets, this one actually lays over the top of that bracket, so we're gonna get it pretty low, just so it can try and sit up nice and flush, but yeah, it's gonna be about as good as we're gonna get here. So got the brackets all good, got the intercooler all mounted up, and it clears the crank pulley by quite a ways. And good thing is it's super freaking solid, so it ain't moving anywhere. Don't tell anybody, but I'm using a towel here to keep the intercooler pushed forward a little bit more, but you know, cheap hacks, so don't worry about it. And yeah, so now we're just gonna trim these brackets finally. So I got them marked out. Got to clamp down to the jack stand here. Gonna use my Dremel, just cut a nice clean line there, and then we'll put it back on this side, take that one off, do the same thing, and then we'll be done, mounted, good to go. And yeah, we'll throw the whole front bumper back on. Back at it here, folks. Yep. Still got tons of clearance. We're all mounted up here. Brackets are permanent. We're good to go. All right. I'm going to give you guys a chance just to kind of look, but man, it is nice and even, nice and level. That looks fresh. So now let's put the bumper back on, people. What are we waiting for? All right, we got it all bolted up here. Tried my best to get it nice and aligned, and you know, first time doing this, I actually think I did pretty good. Yeah, pretty smooth all the way around. Body lines, perfect. And yeah, hopefully don't need to take this off too many more times, but shoot, buddy, that thing looks clean. All right, folks, got her back down on the ground. Looking real good. Let me show you what we got here. Oh yeah. All right, that's gonna do it for today's video. Intercooler fitment is pretty good. I haven't had any problems with it, and I have been driving it around quite a bit. It seems to be staying pretty solid, doesn't seem to be hitting anything. There's no noises really when you're driving or hitting bumps, so I'm gonna call that a win. Bumper fits great. in these next coming weeks, we're gonna have some pretty sweet videos coming out. I have taken the car to the track already, and it rips. Definitely is an improvement, to say the least. So be on the lookout for that video coming out. But otherwise, you know, we just got a lot more videos coming out here soon, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay ripping.